Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 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 Made it on time. Nice. Hello. 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 All right. So today we're gonna do. I'm in some code at the moment, and it's very overall should be pretty simple. But I'm doing some stepping through a path, and then I go from a path to a node, and then I'm going from a node to the back to the path, and it's like I had written this whole complex thing that like surveyed all the potential nodes and tried to find the most efficient path, and it's like it's still without a whole lot of unnecessary work to basically make some sort of AI. It's like just still pinging through random things to try to use. I'm using like a greedy method to like just find the closest thing, and it's like, all right, sometimes you just got to do the simplest thing, which I mean, there might be a little bit more work, but like I just make a path, go along that path, and then pick nodes off of that. So right now, I'm doing that, and then we'll see what happens here. Because if we look at this, I was pulling from the wrong place out of the path nodes here. I get the correct index now, which is great. I know this means nothing to you, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. All right, so we get the 0 index, but my exit index is 0, so I'm getting the wrong exit index, and it's probably the exact same thing I did for the entry index, where I get like the path, and it's like it doesn't know where to go, and it's dumb. How are all of you? My brain's in do stuff mode, so I just immediately I'm like I have to do this. So let's see. I get them goal nodes. It's for a different system. So just like in Mortuary System, I have a number of subsystems that run various things, and it's really not AI. It's just another factor that is like pinged and surveyed by other systems. That's all. So right now there isn't anything robust about it. It's just moving a node from a thing to a thing to a thing to a thing. Not a whole lot of stuff. But let me see. I've got my entry point where I send my target. Let's see. I find my entry point. I send the current node that I set, which is just grabbed at random through try for new target. That goes to there. It surveys everything in here and goes like, hey, out of all this stuff, when I'm trying to find the entry point, there it is. It's almost like physically based random number. Somewhat. I can't really explain without going into like the whole system behind it, and I'm not doing that. Some things are classified. So for finding the entry point, I send the goal. I look through all the target nodes that I have, and through each of those, I check to see what their path node is. So like basically I have a list, an array of all the potential end goals, and each of those end goals has a path node tied to it. It just says this is my closest path node. That way I'm not doing anything in code that's like, hey, check for the closest node. It becomes unpredictable, and that's what I'm trying to eliminate. So it's a little more like bespoke, like handcrafted, which I'm never a huge fan of. I like doing more things in code, but this is something that I think is whatever, it's fine. So here I wonder, actually, ooh, my entry point is 0, but the goal is 0. Let me change this to like a 0 and make it have to go somewhere that's not a specific location, and then see what it says and make sure it's working right. Okay, that was correct. Okay, that is correct. Cool. I just set it to 100, makes it easier to troubleshoot everything else. Let's see here. So, pop that up a bit so I can hear some things. Is this a new game? Yes, this is Paranormal Activity. The good folks of Paramount are okay with me streaming the sort of things that we've agreed to me streaming. Just like, you know, modeling, things that don't give away story, things that don't like give away stuff, right? And so there will be things like what we were just talking about, where I got a slightly more pointed question from Pred, and I was like, can't talk about it too much, because there are just some things where it's like we might go into a system and someone will ask about a system and I'll have to be like, I can't really get into too much detail about that system because that starts to give away something, right? And I don't want that right now. I'm excited for it. When is it going to be released? Can't say that. Not because of NDA, just because like you don't normally mention like this far out. It's a while. You don't mention like a release window too early, and like there's obviously no like specific date this early on. We are back again. That's right. I'm gonna be trying to do every Friday at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. my time here in the Americas in Connecticut. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so we get through here, we find the point, we make sure the transforms are the same, and if they are, we return that index as the entry point. Now for the exit point, we find, what is the target node that we're feeding it? The goal node. So the goal node is where we ultimately want to go off the path. And so we feed that, so we find the exit point. I don't like that these two methods are not in order. That bothers me so much. Technically, they should be, well, they don't need to be. They should be under the coroutine, too, because they come after. I just like doing things in order, but whatever. I can see being kind of unwise to get everyone's... Yes. So stream for an hour every week. That's what I am trying to do. Thank you for 15 megapixel. Hello. Thank you. Honestly, I've been putting a ton of thought into the process of building a horror system, and this lines up with where my mind went. Oh, yeah? Hold on, I gotta hold it like... Like how it keeps disappearing. I have never done the non-green screen green screen. Like I'm using... I should get like a wine Yeti. But yeah, I've never done a non-green screen green screen. So I'm using NVIDIA Stream something. I forget. Broadcast. NVIDIA Broadcast. And what's up, Arca? And so it's doing weird, like, I don't know what a person is. Oh, you want to see something weird? Let me see if I can turn it on. This thing's super bizarre. Let me get this over here. Let me add an effect. There we go. Eye contact. Let's see if I get... I'm not looking at you right now. It senses like extreme eye stuff, but then like no matter what, if I'm looking at the camera, now I'm looking, there we go, I'm looking down at the screen, but if hold on. There we go. If I hold it a spot I hate this thing so much. It's so uncanny. I hate it. It's just like, it's so bizarre because it's like it just keeps moving my eyes. I'm not looking at the camera and it'll be like, okay, he's not looking at the camera. But if I stay somewhere for a long time, there we go. Now I'm not looking at the camera. That's so weird. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. There we go. How can you tell? The power of AI. Nope. I know, right? How'd you go? Alright, so exit point. We send in our target node, our goal. And we're looking through... Why are we looking through every path? Okay, we look through every path. And we look through all the goal nodes per path. And if the goal does not equal the target node, we continue. Otherwise, we return the index of... No, that's the path node. Okay, here's how we do this. Debug.log. We are going to return. Let's go ahead and make this money sign. Target node dot location dot his string, so we get that. We're gonna say new target is boop. And we're gonna have exclamation mark, because you always have an exclamation mark at the end, so that your console's like, yay, with everything. Good morning, Midge. Hello. People in boring Zoom meetings. Okay, so I have a theory, and we should try this sometime on stream. Get pieces of paper and paint fake eyes on them and put them over your eyes, and then you can keep your eyes closed, and maybe the NVIDIA broadcast stuff will see that as eyes and make him look at the camera. That way you can just keep your eyes closed. Except you're like, and your eyes are like, which, you know, maybe not as convincing. Okay, so we're going to see the reason I need to like manually go through. So like I said, I made the paths manually for specific reasons. And so I need to see, all right, so the new target is entry. But the index, it says the exit exit index is 0, which is not true. Because entry is this doorway right here. So that's our target, is entry. So when I go to my target nodes, I think entry is like the last one. Yeah, entry, but its closest path node is path node 6, which is right there. So we go through here, we get path node 6, and then I have to... wait a minute. Am I dumb? Hold on. Because we're going through path. Cosplaying a dead body. Okay. Let's have a think. So we're going through our path nodes. I get my target node, and I go through my path node, and I'm checking to see. Interesting. I'm kind of reverse thinking this, because I find the path node. I'm looking through each path node and going like, hey, what are your goal nodes? If your goal node is correct. Yeah, I look at each path node, go to each goal node, and then if my goal node equals my check party. Thank you for the resub. Love you to bits. Thank you, thank you. So, path, then for each goal path, goal nodes, this should work though. I'm going to the path node. I'm just going through each of them. I step through each path node. And then I go through each goal tied to a path node. And if the goal is correct, if it's the same as my target node, then, oh. No, wait, that's fine. No, that's fine. Okay. Shit. So goal equals target node. We continue, we return the index of I, which is the path node. I could do this a different way, where I just get the target node, and then, well, no, because I need to know where to stop in the when I climb through the array. So basically, I step through the array and go, hey, I made it to this point. Go to the next point. Made it to this point. Go to the next point. All right, is my step? Wait a minute. No, that's correct. Is the step the same as the exit index? If it is, we are done getting through this path, and we go to the next thing. So, why? Why is the question. Divine Dev Studios, my man, it has been so long. How are you doing? Oh, man. It has been a minute. Been a little busy. Have not been able to come say hello with anyone, anywhere, anywhere outside of this room. Really, it's just been yeah, I'm Connecticut boy now, but there's been a lot. I mean, the whole running a publisher during the day, which I do in about an hour and a half. Start that whole chestnut. Basically, the way it works is like I try to get a lot of dev stuff done in the morning. If we want to know how my day goes, because all of you asked, basically I spend a chunk of the morning doing development stuff because a lot of Dread works on like central to west coast time, so I'm kind of ahead, and it's really easy to answer emails and kind of be on top of things because it trickles in real slow. So I'm able to do development stuff in the morning a little bit. Some days I've got way too much stuff. Fridays we're able to do this, but yeah, I then around like lunchtime my time, maybe a little earlier, like I said, about an hour and a half, I do have a meeting at 11:30. Things eat into this time sometimes. I had some stuff on like another day where I started like 2 hours earlier. I kind of need to be, mornings are very much like for Dread, unless it's not super busy, then I can do development stuff. So I kind of balance those two things during that time. And then after lunch, it's basically like full on Dread time because we have core hours. Basically, when myself and Hunter took over, we were like, we're going to have core hour window of this time. So people need to be available for meetings and stuff during this time, right? We're not like hardcore, right? We're not going to be like, you got to be working every single minute. And I got to see it. It's like, no, we're results based, not hourly based sort of thing, right? And so we do meetings during that time. And then that's pretty much my day until later in the evening when, I'm done for the day and have dinner and then, kids go to bed and stuff. And then it's like I do development again at night. And so it's a little strained at the moment, but we're trying to work out a bit of a system that works to like run the publisher and do development stuff. It's been a lot of work the past year because it's been a year now since I moved into the managing, co-directing Dread thing. Yeah, working at night. The problem is when you're burning candle at both ends, then it's kind of hard to like do that. I'm finally going back to school for game dev. Neat. All right, awesome. But yeah, so that's like my day is a lot of Dread stuff during the work days, but co-directing it and kind of managing how people do things allows me to sort of set things up in a way that can hopefully facilitate more of a balance for everybody, not just me, but like, allow for those sorts of things, because we really do value like the fact that like being a publisher that is run by developers is like a super rare thing. I don't know if there's another one. It's basically like usually biz dev people. And so because of that, I think it's really valuable that we keep that true, right? Which means Hunter needs to be able to work on his game. I need to be able to work on my game and other people as well. So, it's valuable to us. Tried publishing my own game, went horrible. It really depends, right? Like there's, we have had people that have pitched a game to us who we've looked at the numbers and looked at what they had and told them they do not need a publisher. And we would not recommend they go with us or anybody else because they're in this scenario. And we'd say like, hey, you're asking for this and you need these things. Here's what you can do to achieve those things without a publisher and self-publish, right? Like we will straight up tell people to not go with Dread if it doesn't make sense, right? We're not going like, num, give me every single game so I can try to make a piece of it, right? We're back at a call and make some calls. I'm trying to. Hey, you need any help? Let me know. Hit me up. All right. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting where it's like we basically decided, Hunter and I, when we took over, that it's like we would run the thing as ethically as possible, and if it, or well, just ethically, not ethically as possible, but fully ethically, and if we cannot do that, then no one should be a publisher. And we can do a TED Talk about how we destroyed a publisher by being ethical and how no one should publish games. But yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff to deal with since we took over. A lot of cleanup and a lot of things. Like I don't want to go into anything and disparage anybody or anything, but like previous management choices made things very difficult the past year. But we've come out the other end, and things I think are really good. We've signed some great games. Really excited for Heartworm and Lacerator. Like those are great. I've seen some great stuff from Lacerator. Fernando's an awesome and hilarious developer. He's a very cool guy. But yeah, we try to approach everything as developers and through the lens of development. And what I think really matters about that is, like, for like the past week on and off, I've been kind of like helping one of the developers look at their code and figure out solutions for like their save system. And they were having some other issues as well. And it's like, I think there's a lot of value to the co-director of a company helping you debug code and being able to do that, just being able to speak the language, right? When we talk to people who pitch a game to us, it's really interesting because they come in and they're super nervous. Like I remember being for Mortuary Assistant, and it's like by the end of it, they seem really relaxed because they're with developers that speak the language and are not trying to throw fictitious numbers at them, telling them they're going to be millionaires and stuff. It's like I think, well, I hope it's refreshing, right? Dilithium, what's up? So that's sort of the mentality. I try to take those people, those of you that have been here from the beginning, because some of you have, and that's amazing, from the subject, learning to code, doing like Welcome to the Game 2, to now. Like, I really hope that to those people, when they step back and see everything, they can see the way that I have approached development and like trying to help other people learn to develop games and sharing my processes and stuff. I hope they see that come through in how I help run Dread as well, right? Like, publishing can be super crappy, and there were a number of things where honestly, Mortuary Assistant could have probably been self-published and been okay. But I want other developers to not have to worry about that, to honestly be told if they need the help or not, and there could be other types of things that work for them. I am working on Paranormal Activity. Hello, Scott. All right, so I have procrastinated on this enough. I went down a rabbit hole, not intentionally, but mildly. It was like, okay, I gotta figure this stupid thing out. I'm just trying to crawl along a path, and I'm getting the wrong index out of this. So it's like it's not returning null, because I do get. Oh wait, is it? It's not being used. So hold on. Log. Nope. Good old log. Nothing beats that. We're just gonna see if it returns null. If it does, then I know I'm just getting pooped on. Sam PC, how's it going? It's going good. I'm slowly finding the balance again. It's taken about a year of publishing and working at Dread to really like kind of get the gears greased up again and figure out how things should work. And there's still a little bit of stumbling, but it is null. You piece of poop. All right, so we're stepping through our path, and we check each one. So what's coming in? Do I have a plan for the Mortuary Assistant? Well, I supported Mortuary Assistant from launch for like 2 years, so that's why Definitive Edition is definitive now, because it needed to be done. But yes, once I'm done with Paranormal Activity, next steps are DLC for Mortuary Assistant and sequel for Mortuary Assistant. So those are my plans. I'll be following development on this film seriously. Yeah, me too. I love the films, and I am excited for this. No pressure though, right? It's yeah. So I am getting a target node for the exit. I am getting that because I get a new target is kitchen. There it is. So we're heading to the kitchen. We know that. So I step through the paths, and I go to try to find target node, and the kitchen is hot. I'm getting okay. So I step through each node. We're going to have to do it this way. because I'm going through path, right? Yeah. So we go through path. One of these is going to be kitchen. This hall, living room, entry, kitchen. Here's kitchen, and kitchen, and whoopsie doopsie, and kitchen. So there are 3. Kitchen. Wait, no. Kitchen. So it should be finding these because I go through the goal nodes and return if I have that. But what is it? It's a. Hold up. The node. Oh. It is what I thought was happening before. I'm just a big old dummy face. So the thing that I need to be comparing, if goal dot node equals target node dot hold on, my brain has to do brain things, and it's early for that. So we get the target node, the node location. And what I'm looking for, I'll get this. My brain, it's right there, and it's so simple, but I'm just like, haha. Goal nodes. So I'm going through the goal nodes. So we're going through goal nodes. It's already there. Haha. Okay. No. So this has to be, I've got to be comparing the transforms. I was comparing the class. I bet we get it now. Okay, let's see. We got entry path. Okay. All right. Okay. Fine. So our index is still returning 0. Okay. So we get here. Next goal, path, step. There's nothing. Wait. What? Hold on. Oh, there's nothing there because it's out of bounds. Yeah, whatever, because it's going negative. So I want to ask what it is because spoilies, but have you already started brainstorming on this? Oh, I already know what I'm doing for them, yes. As far as like minute details, like, you know, individual story events to tell that story and like, you know, the nitty gritty stuff, no, because I can't spend my time on that. I need to work on this, but I do know what I'm doing. I do know what I want to do for both. I've got the plan, and I think it's what people want. So I hope that's good. So if my exit node is no longer null coming out of here, or is it? Wait a sec. New target is entry. So path. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna have anything. What would I be returning? What am I not returning? Because let's see. Let's review this again. We are going through every goal in goal nodes. So we go to goal. And if goal node dot node or goal dot node, hold on. Goal nodes. Wait. Oh, no, that's not what I want. What? Okay, no, I'm ruining my brain here. It's too early for this. Oh, lordy Lou. Okay, so basically I'm looking through the path. I'm looking through each goal node. Man needs coffee. Dude, what do you think this is? Hey, it's Wombat, everybody. Hello. Thank you very much. Needs more coffee. Just eat the beans. Rub them into my eyes. Okay. So, look. Okay. We're going to... hold on. Here's what's happening. We're gonna take this because I need to see this apparently because my brain can't work right now, and we are going to get the goal, our target goal, and for each goal path goal nodes. So we step through every single path node. Step through them. We just go right into them, right up in them, and then we step through each of the goal nodes within that path node. And if our goal node transform does not equal the target node that we're going after, dot node, so the transform, then we ignore it. And once we find it, our index becomes I, so that path node, we go, hey, this path node has our shit. That's it. That's what we need. This is our path node. And we spit that out so we know that that is our exit point. We also return the spirit node location itself, so we can use it, but we may not actually need to use it. Roided up dev mode. Just like okay. This is the thing. This is the part that is like enjoyable when you get it, but also like, what the hell, man? when it doesn't work. Okay. We are getting entry index and then exit index. Hold on, we've done nothing, so let's try it again. I just need the console to pop up and tell me what I've done wrong here. Okay, that is null. So new target is DS master. So that's where that comes in. And then it is still coming in null for the exit node, which means we're just not finding what we're looking for at all. So let's rethink some things. So right now I'm checking through the path. What I could do is look through the target nodes. So I could say target node was this path node, and that returns a path node. So what we could probably do is be like, for each our node in target nodes, we look at each of these and we say if node does not equal target node. If it does not do that, we just continue, we just ignore the thing. And then if it is correct, we look at the closest path node. And that is a transform. So we will need to compare transforms. So we're going to make a temporary transform. Transform is going to be temp node. We're going to make it equal to null so we don't get any dumb stuff. I mean, whatever. And then temp node is going to equal node dot closest path node. So now we know what that node is. So now we will step through all the paths, and we're going to say if path is probably a little wonky, but hey, if it works, I don't care right now. If path I dot node is not equal to temp node, continue. So we will just ignore it again. And then otherwise, index is going to be equal to I. And so we'll poop that out. And then we will return path I. There. So now we go the other way. Instead of looking through the path and looking through the connected nodes to it, we look through all of our target nodes. And we say, hey, what's my closest path node? Is that the same? So we look through the target node, and we go, I'm heading to the kitchen. And so then it's like, in all of our target nodes, is target node not equal to kitchen? Then fuck off. And if target node is equal to kitchen, then we go, okay, let's get the closest path node. We've got that now. And so then we look through our path nodes with that information, find the same path node, and then we spit out that information and use it. We'll get it. I think this is... I'm not going to say I think this is it. Not going to say it. Because I don't know anymore. Nothing makes sense anymore. This is fine. This is fine. Path node. So it's getting... Why is it just getting path node? So, as long as you know what's going on. I don't right now. That's fantastic. So we're supposed to spit out when we find our exit path point. Like we're getting something, because it's returning path node. But it is saying that the exit node is 0. Which is not true. So we're getting something, but why would this be 0? The first one. Target node. Two string. What was our thingy? We were going to the master bedroom. And we know that's not 0 in the array. Target node. Location. So we know we're going... Hold on. Goal node is... What are we returning here when we get the goal node? That's try for new target. So goal node, we go through target node location. Are you sure there is anything in the arrays when the function is called? Yeah, it's the stuff is there. Like it's all populated. Because it is spitting out something with this new way of doing it. It's just finding the wrong thing, and I'm just walking through how I'm going to pick through this thing. So we get a target node. We're going through, what are we going through? Every single target node. So we know where we're going. We know the target node that we want to head to. So we're doing exactly this. We send that target node in, and we go through our target nodes, and we find it. And we say, if they're not the same... We ignore it. Otherwise, the temp node becomes that target's closest path node. And that's it. Now we know where we're going. Then we take that temp node. We go through each of our path nodes. And path node, let me see this. Through each of our path nodes. And if the node, that's the transform. So what we're going to do, we're going to do even more debug. Debug's the way to go. Say debug.log. It's going to be target node is. We're going to get rid of that other one there so we don't. Temp node dot string. Oh wait, dot name. Dot name. It's already doesn't need to be toString because it's a name. Cool, whatever. So now we're gonna have to go through this step by step just to really break apart what's happening here. So we get our target node. We find it. It should be the same. Let's find out. Perfect. Nailed it. Oh, we knew that is path node 12. So we know we're going to path node 12. So out of our path, we know we are going to 12, which is the master. And out of those, we've got 2. Oh, hello. Interesting. I got B in there twice. This isn't the issue, but doesn't help. I mean, it could be if it was finding the same thing 2 times in a row, which it could be. I mean, it's random, so it could be. I don't want to rewrite it so that it isn't random to, like, troubleshoot, because that is something I don't want to do. A and B. I just had B in there twice. Just make sure we got the goal nodes. Because to Dead Zone's question, while these are not going to be null because I had to manually add them, they could be duplicates, in which case it would still return null because it would not find the same goal. The other one, things we work in the other direction too, where we are, where do we go? 12? 12 would be the master bedroom, so we would check the master. There's no 12, and there's no 12. So either one of those would return. It should return it. But it's not, so we're doing something wrong. Let's try it again. Just see what we return. We're gonna error out at the bottom. That's fine. We'll error out. That's okay. We're stepping through. Why did? Okay, there we go. I was like, why did I not get an error? That's weird. Oh, good, we got one. So path node 11. So we are getting the path node, but what we are getting out of that is just path node, which is odd. Why is that? Exit node. Okay. So next, we would return dot node dot name. We'll just return the name and see if that is correct too. Oh, my brain. I swear I'm sharper than this at other times when no one's watching. That's when all the cool things happen. Okay, we're spitting out path node 9. Path node 9. So we did find it. Target node is path node 9. So why is the exit index wrong? We're getting the correct... That makes 0 sense. Because this is finding it. Like, we're spitting out the path. We're returning... Maybe transform equally check is failing because of floating. No, that's not... It's not checking for, like, any... I mean, it's basically it's ID, not the actual... Yeah. The other system works the same way and is fine. I'll probably make it not so janky later, but right now I just want it to find it so I can be like, okay, this is written correctly. Now I can check for something more solid. But this is interesting because we get the correct node. We're returning the correct exit node, but our index is incorrect, even though our index is I. Because we're getting path node 9 out of our path. Where are we at? There. So path node 9, we should be returning 8. Unless it's returning goal nodes index. Hold on. Nope, that's path. It's the path, not the underlying goals. So why are we getting the wrong index? I mean, it's not getting to here, but we'll define it here. What a bizarre thing to be happening. So what is this? Explicit music? Let's see what this returns again. Let's step through it again. This is so dumb. I hate when little things like this are like, okay, so we got everything. The exit index is 0, it says. But because of that, it's stepping through everything, going where it's supposed to go, and then it hits the end because it doesn't actually know where to exit. Because it goes, all right, my point here, target node, wait, what? Path node 1. Oh, that is, wait, what's the targets? So the zone is master. Oh no, that's that. Target node, path node 1, which in this, that is going to be the first one. So in this case, 0 is correct. God damn it. Dan, hello. Hello. So what this tells me, though, is I do need a solution for 0. I'm not checking that because it is possible that I could pick one at random that still uses the 0 point. So it's kind of a separate issue, but I also need, hold on. Where are we? Because we still step. We need to say if exit index does not equal 0, we do this shit, and it doesn't matter then, because we will just go through once, and in that case, step, which equals the entry index of 0. So if we steps the entry index, exit index is also 0. Then we'd just be like done. So in that scenario, we should enter and immediately exit. Well, so they did it in the way they usually do, which is not respond. No, there's a whole lot of red tape, right? But they had already approved to doing streams. And then I gave them a link to the previous stream and did not receive a response. So in the world of big companies and red tape, that's fine. So it's like, you know, they already approved doing streams. I had already given them example content. Yep, exactly. Basically. Okay, let's try this again. Well, that time exit index was 0 and we got -1. Oh man, my brain. It should be, so it equals 0, so it shouldn't be doing this. Step. So yeah, we got path node 7. The index is wrong for that, yes, but I mean, I could just Let's say hi to the Paramount peeps. Well, they may not be. Then I don't know. Maybe they are. Hello, if you are. Appreciate you. So the exit point. Where'd we go? Where'd we go? I'm melting. So the exit node is the correct node. It is correct. So we know path node 7. We know that. If I am returning that path node, this should also be correct. And I don't understand why it is not correct. I really don't get it. Because it needs to be like, yeah, we're gonna get an error there. Because we have to return. And something has to return. So I guess what I could do, I mean, this is dumb, but I suppose I could say chosen node, and then int chosen index is gonna equal 0, and then we return index equals what? Chosen index. I could say, I suppose that one doesn't matter. Just so that at the end here I return chosen node. Make that equal to null. And the chosen index. So chosen node equals path. And then chosen index. I mean, that one, it's the same issue, though. I don't know. It's dumb. Doesn't actually matter. Index equals chosen index. And now, great. Now we've got our temp things. We do our temp stuff, and then we define them at the very end. That's not going to matter. It might. Who knows? Some weird, dumb voodoo. The black box that is programming sometimes to me. All right, so because we are returning the correct node, and I could do something with that node instead. I could do something where I move along the path and I check to see if the node that I'm on is the node that is the exit node, then find that exit node, which I'm already doing, though. This is the problem, is I'm already doing that in this method. So why is it not giving the right number? Yeah, see, so now target node is path nodes. Good. This has gone very well. This is great. This is the same. What is happening? What is happening right now? Maybe you did not break from your loop when you get a correct number. I mean, I can break from this, but it doesn't really matter because I exhaust it, because nothing else is going to equal. Wait, no. No. I mean, I should break anyway, but I mean, it could be. Yes, exactly. Returning is breaking from the loop, yes. But I'm not doing that anymore in this loop, in this variant of the loop. But when I'm writing it like this, it is, you're right, it should break when it finds one, but it's supposed to be like, am I finding, like, I would be ignoring the rest of the array because nothing else is going to equal it. But whatevs. Yes. You are correct about loops. Still getting the wrong index. It's still, yeah, having rewritten it, yes, we get path node 12, great. Still get the wrong index. I don't understand why I'm getting the wrong index, though. Just inefficient. Why? Why? Let's go one step further down here. And we're gonna get this chosen node here. Oh, no name. so we go through them. I think I'm probably just being dumb, and it's probably very obvious. Tuning for the first time. I've been looking around for cool... Aw, thank you. I think that's what you're implying. Okay. Yeah, now we're just returning path nodes. Again. Never mind, the index is wrong. Whatever. We'll just... It'll whatever. I've done this, like, rewritten it a few times now thing. And, now I think it's just a jumbled mess. Okay, so let's go through this again. So we find our node, and we send in our goal node that we just got. Basically at random, but we just go, hey, pick a node, pick a goal. Any goal. All right, so now we know where we want to go, which is there. So then we say, hey, I got my target node. I'm going to look through all my target nodes and find the same one. And when I find the same one, that node is, I'm going to get its path node. There it is. We found it. Temp node. Fantastic. And then we go through our path nodes. Because we got to find the... Let's see. We get our path node. We know where we're going. But I need to get the index of that path node. What I could do instead... Can you only do that in lists? I forget. What's the index of? Ugh, sometimes your brain just dies. I mean, I could do... Could I simply do... And then, yeah, blah, blah. I would get node, closest path node, but I'd get the index. Oh my god. Maybe. Because I'm trying to find the index of this, so I could just say path and then get the thingamajig of temp node. But I'm looking specifically for that, which is the problem. That doesn't actually work. So, I already did that. Because, yeah, I could go through, instead of stepping through all these, but I'm looking at the node specifically. So that wouldn't work. I could do index of with that, I guess. You didn't miss it this time. It doesn't make sense though, because oh boy, I got like 3 minutes before you didn't miss it this time, but I've only got I could go a little over, but I do have a meeting at like 30 minutes from now, and usually I want to like get another cup of coffee, switch my brain to like publisher management mode, and like get in the headspace. So you know we'll fudge the numbers a bit, but yeah, not too much longer. Oh boy. So we send our target node, and we go, hey nodes, yo, do we match? Are we cool? Because I'm looking at all my target nodes. Node. Target node. If they don't match, we ignore. We get the temp node. We do know that is correct because we have done debug a million times and sent it back. We know it's correct. We know that's correct. We are going to do each of these just to make sure. We're going to say node closest path node dot name. Temp node dot name. Cool. So we're going to say found. What are we looking in? Nodes. Found node. So we found it. Great. And now we're going to use this node to look through our path. Path if path node does not equal temp node. If they're not the same, we ignore it. Then we go target node. We're going to say new target. New target is chosen node name with index of chosen index, which should be I. Should just be I. Because it should find it. The last time it was very weird about it and was like, no, I don't have that information now. And then we're going to just say, passed through node is I do this sometimes. There we go. Boop boop. Just because we're gonna go through each thing. We're gonna be meticulous this time with checking each thing. Because this is dumb. This is getting real dumb. It's making me feel real dumb. Making me feel not too proud of myself. This is one of those things where it's like you program 99% of it right before bed the night before, and then come back to it and go, why is any of this doing this stuff? Index of 6. Index of 6. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not wrong. I'm not a liar. Path node 7. Index of 6. It is correct. It's correct. Something funky is going on here. Something real. I don't like this. I don't appreciate this. Also, wait, why am I using entry index? Either way, whatever. That's a separate thing. I'm getting rid of that because I'm going to step through these. All right, so. And then we got pass through node name is path 7. So node 7, it does come through. And then index of 6. And that's chosen index. That's chosen index. That's correct. So then we poop out index, which equals chosen index. They are the same. Which means now we get that. And we're going to say with index of exit index, because we're trying to find our exit point. I swear to God, if this says 6 and it was further down the line, I'm gonna lose my mind. Debugging the wrong piece of code this whole time. No, that was where it was spelling before, but still. It's getting the right number. It is. But now we're getting -1. because we are stepping. And why? So we went through. We said checking, found node 11, index of 10. We're going to the right spot. We're going to the right spot. So we get all these things. We get our correct exit node and exit index. So now the exit index is what? So we check to see if we're going up or down the array. We basically compare our entry point to our exit point. And we say, hey, is the entry point smaller than the exit point? Well then, we're climbing the path array. If we're going up. And now this is where this swap from earlier is probably getting all dumb. So then, set entry index. We start at our entry index. And if it's not 0, if it's 0, we don't do anything. We start at 0. We exit at 0. Or we should. We'll see. That's a whole other thing. But if we do not equal 0, then we step either up or down, depending on what direction we need to head on the path. And then we get our step. Next goal is the step. And we go to that. Sometimes the silliest things of just moving along a path. You're just like, why is this so difficult? But, you know. Probably me overthinking it. Oh, wait, shit. Hold on. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. So we got an index of 2. And it comes through there. Blap, 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 blap. Okay, why is it still doing that? It, like, chose... Nope. Okay, something else is being dumb now. So we're choosing... It's choosing the same one now. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? Okay. See, it's doing the same thing each time now. It's going to... It starts there, goes to 0, goes to the next thing, and it just keeps picking. It's stepping through it, though. We're not erroring out anymore. We're getting the numbers. So at least that's something to work with now. It's just... Oh, wait. What? Oh, that's also wrong. This is all weird and wrong. So... Where's it going after that? I think it's the end point that's messing up now. Which is, it like steps through properly. But then the end point is incorrect. It's probably going to something like... Something weird. Where it's like... goal node. So we choose our goal. And we go there. We get to our final deal on the path. And once we get there, we change time lab, distance to node choice. Wait. Oh, no, that's correct. So distance to node choice, flow max value again. And this is just the last one. And we go from here to goal node. And then we go from position to goal node. Time lapse. I know that's correct. And I said, well, I'm actually having to leave in a sec, Mandy. I've been going for an hour and 7 minutes here. I've got a meeting coming up here in about 20 minutes, and I'll be leaving to make another cup of coffee for myself. And then getting into publisher brain mode and doing that. But for now, at least we're not erroring out anymore. We're getting the correct indexes. We're getting all the right information now. It's just a matter of how it's being treated in this part of the code, which is just physically moving it from spot to spot and then recording where it's at. And that is still looping. It's still working. It's just, it's looking at something wrong here. There's something in the steps or something along this path that's wrong. Not something that I can dig into right now. But what we got to do today was rebuild and fix the find path entry point method and the find path exit point method that were not functioning properly. They were looking through the wrong parts of the list, basically. And then once I started looking through a different part of the list and looking at a different list in a different way over here, we were able to find it. And there's going to be a more elegant way to do it. What matters is like getting it to work, so then I can be like, well, what's a better way to write this, right? Because when it's all broken, I could rewrite it 30 different ways and it could still be broken and not efficient, right? So now I'm like, okay, this is good. What is a better way? What else could I be looking at that would pull information easier or something like that? So made some progress, got some coding done. That's great. Always good. Not exactly where I want to be right now, but I was really hoping to be done with it last night and be doing something else today. But sometimes you hit these snags where it's like something just is not cooperating while you're trying to write it, and so you end up doing stuff forever. Anyway, let's see here. It is time for me to go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I've got to get to meetings. I got to prep for that and everything. All the things that I do in a day, and I will see everybody next Friday. So I'm trying to do this once a week. They're short, but it's like I'm trying to walk that line between like full-on development time, because streaming development time is very light compared to like full focus development, which is fine. I just need to make sure that's a decent balance. This is C# maybe. So, I'm trying to do, like I said, once a week, every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And that's my goal, and it's for an hour. It also makes sure that I'm not, like, sharing anything too, like, specific that would make Paramount upset, There's a tremendous amount of trust in just letting me do this. So, that and balancing, doing the whole, like, publisher, DreadXP stuff, it's the best I can do right now. And I think it's good every week people get an update, So then I will see you next week, Friday. Thank you, everyone. I greatly appreciate you. You're all fantastic and beautiful people. Thank you very, very much. I will see you next week and talk to you online in various places like the Twitter or the Discord. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye, all.